Good evening. Welcome to Wednesday. I hope you had a really good day. Mine was pretty chill. It's pretty rainy and nasty here today, but I, drank some tea and read some books and stuff. So today, we're going to focus on peace and tranquility and harnessing that at a time when we feel like we don't have a lot of control over a whole lot. So yeah, we're going to do a little bit of breath work, and then we're going to jump into some flow and really get into some stretchy goodness, and yeah, have a nice hour. So if you have a strap and a yoga block, that might be handy for you. And yeah, if you want to sit on a comfy cushion, go ahead and grab that. We'll just get started. Just setting up the mic here. There we go. All right. So coming to a nice, comfortable seated position. Ground down through your sit bones. Nice, long spine. And begin to tap into your breath. Bringing the hands, maybe palms face down to the knees or palms face up. If you feel like you need a little bit of uplifting today, maybe have the palms up. And if you need some grounding, put those palms face down. Begin to extend your breath, inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. And see if you can extend that breath just a little bit, maybe counting to 5 on your inhale, holding at the top, and exhaling for a count of 6. And as you breathe, begin to notice how you feel today. What sensations do you have in your body? What's going on in the mind? And simply notice without judgment. We'll cultivate some peace and harmony today through our practice. And knowing that the only thing that we can control is actually the harmony within our minds. When all seems chaotic in the outside world, the one thing we can do is react with serenity and peace. And so closing your eyes if they're not already there. Perhaps bring your hands to heart center. And the affirmation I offer you today is, I am serene. I am at peace. I am serene. I am at peace. And so that's something you can bring into your practice as we move and as your mind may begin to wander, as it will do. Just come on back to your breath and come on back to that affirmation. I am serene and I am at peace. Floating hands up above the head. Inhale. Exhale, feel free to twist over to the right. Maybe looking over your shoulder. Inhale back to center, big long arms. Exhale, twist over to the left. Inhale through center, draw nice and long. And exhale, twist. One more. Inhale, big, reach nice and long. And exhale, twist. Coming on back through center, inhale, big reach. Exhale, fold forward with your fingertips on the ground and maybe looking down towards your belly button. Not nice long length through the back of your neck. And on your inhale, slowly roll on up. Bring your hands back to the knees. Bring your left hand out to the side and inhale, reach the right arm up and over, placing the hand up on the ear, basically, and drawing your right ear to the shoulder. And if you need a little more stretching, just walk those fingertips out a little bit further. And inhale. Exhale. If you need a little bit more, maybe look down towards your armpit. And inhale, let that hand float on back up. And we'll go right on into the other side. So inhale, reach your left arm up. Exhale, your left ear comes over towards the shoulder. And if you need a little more stretching, walk those right fingertips out a little further away from you. And maybe look down towards your armpit. Inhale, release that hand, let the head float on up. And coming on off your props, maybe remove that pillow if you have it there. And bring your hands underneath your shoulders. So widen your hands, spread those fingers nice and wide apart, ground through the knuckles. Perhaps you want to tuck those toes under, and we'll go on into some simple cat-cow. So inhale, tilt your pelvis back and roll your shoulders back. Draw your heart forward and maybe look up. Exhale, press through your hands and look towards your belly button as you round through your back. Inhale, reverse. And feel free to introduce any alternative movements you like here. Maybe you want to lift a leg up, maybe swivel your hips a little bit, find all the nooks and crannies. This is your moment to really wake up your hips and your spine. And I'll offer another alternative. So inhale to cow. Exhale to downward dog, pressing through the hands and looking towards your belly button. Inhale, back to cow. Exhale, downward facing dog. Just keep that going, following your breath. One more. And inhale, look forward. Exhale, step your feet one at a time up to the top of your mat. Maybe big toes touching or feet hip distance apart. Give yourself a little sway here in ragdoll. Perhaps you want to grab opposite elbows and have a little gentle bend in your knees. And releasing your hands to the floor. Bring your hands actually up to your hips. Bend the knees and slowly come on up with a flat back all the way up. When you get to the top, give your shoulders a little roll here. A few times. On your inhale, reach those hands up above the head. Exhale, we'll go into some sun salutations. Inhale, half lift, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, step it back to plank. Inhale and plank. Exhale, come forward onto your tippy toes. Maybe bend the knees and bring them right down to the mat. Go through chaturanga, hugging your elbows into your sides. Inhale, press through your toes. Bring your heart through the arms. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of your mat. We'll do that twice more. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, roll up, reach towards the sky. And exhale, hands through heart center, finding Tadasana. Inhale, keep it going. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift, long spine, long neck. Exhale, step back to plank. Inhale, in your version of plank, you can always lower the knees. Exhale, coming forward, lowering through chaturanga. Inhaling to cobra or up dog. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Walk out your dog for a moment here. Finding any movement that feels good. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or hop, top of the mat. Inhale, half lift, lengthen long. Exhale, fold. Inhale, roll on up, reach long. Exhale, hands through heart center. One more. Inhale, big reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift, lengthen long. Exhale, fold and step back to plank. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And exhale, downward dog. Walk it out. And relax through your jaw. Maybe stick out your tongue. Cultivating some peace and tranquility here today. So you want to really notice where you're holding tension and release it. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep those arms up. And exhale, hands through heart center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step your left foot back, coming into a lunge. Let's hold this here. Make sure that your feet are hip distance apart and your knee is right over the ankle. Begin to press through the back heel, straightening your leg, coming up onto your fingertips. This might be a good time to grab your blocks, maybe place them underneath your hands. Otherwise, you can be up on your fingertips. Lower that back knee down. Inhale, press through your fingertips, lift your heart. And exhale, begin to shift your hips back, coming into half Hanumanasana, half split. So you're flexing that right foot and pulling those hips back, finding a really nice stretch through the back of your right leg. Inhale, back to that lunge, lift the heart. And exhale, fold and bring those hips back. So you can continue this following your own breath, maybe even sitting with one of the postures a little bit longer if you like. Follow your breath. See if you can extend that inhale and exhale just a little bit longer. Really tapping into that feeling of relaxation and peace. And coming right on back to that lunge. Pick up that back knee, so you're pressing through the ball of your left foot. Begin to walk your hands through center, so you're finding a wide leg forward fold here, and pressing into the outside edges of your feet, lifting through your arches. Bring your hands to your ankles and gently begin to bend your elbows, bringing yourself into the fold just a little bit more. Bring your hands right underneath your face, and we're going to do some half lifts here. So inhale, press through your hands, come right onto your fingertips, and the top of your head should be facing the wall that's ahead of you. So you want to have a really nice long neck. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen through that spine, and exhale, fold. One more. Inhale, lengthen long. Exhale, fold. And then we begin to travel. So you're walking over to the left, finding the other side. So we're going to do the left side. So lower your back knee, coming into this lunge, making sure that your left knee is right over the ankle. Come up onto the fingertips or have your blocks there. Inhale, press the heart forward, lengthen through your spine, look ahead. Exhale, begin to send your hips back, bow over that knee, and flex that left foot. That flexing is going to help you really get a nice stretch through the back of your leg. Inhale, back into your lunge, lift up. Exhale, fold. And keep that going, follow your breath. And coming on back to that lunge, pick up your knee, the right knee, and begin to walk yourself back into that wide leg forward fold. And this time we're going to twist it out. So place your right hand in the middle of the mat. Sorry, right in front of your face. And inhale, begin to sweep the other arm up to the sky. Exhale, that hand travels back down and replaces the right hand. Inhale, reverse other side. And so following your breath, slowly twisting it out, finding that mobility in the spine. And how about 2 more on each side? And of course, if you'd like to practice Eje Pranayama, of course, go right ahead. That's that ocean breath, and that helps heat up the body. And bring your hands to your hips when you're back in that centered place. And inhale, start to come on up with a flat back, drawing in through your belly button. Begin to walk your feet in, and also just step them in. We're going to go right on into Malasana, so that yogic squat. Feel free to grab your block and have it behind you just in case you need it. You really want to be able to sit down in Malasana and really stretch rather than hold on like you're in a squat or like a squat at the gym. All right, so inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, begin to bend in the knees and sit yourself down. So you may use that block and sit on top of it here. Or maybe you want to hang out blockless. And wherever you are, just really think about drawing up through the spine, nice and long, rolling your shoulders back, pressing your palms together. And that pressing action is going to help Widen the knees just a little bit where your elbows are making contact. Feel free to find any movement you like here. A little sway from side to side. And placing those fingertips on the ground, begin to stretch your hips up towards the sky. Walk your feet into hip distance apart and just give yourself a little sway from side to side right here. Sorry. Oh my. One more breath. Inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Bring your hands to your hips and slowly come on up with a flat back. Stepping to the top of your mat. Inhale, sweep those arms up to the sky. Maybe come on into a little back bend. So you're drawing up through your belly, pressing your hips forward and leaning the heart back, just the top of your back. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, half lift, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, step the left foot back, coming into a lunge. Inhale, sweep those arms up, coming into Crescent Pose. Checking in with your alignment here. So you want to make sure that that left hip is driving forward, right hip driving back a little bit there. Really draw up through your midline, navel to spine. And then begin to press that back heel towards the back of the room and then sink a little bit lower. So a little bit of a process. Sweeping those arms up to the sky if they're not already there. Exhale, lean forward. Draw those arms back. Really think about pressing your shoulder blades together, fingers reaching towards the back of the room. Inhale, sweep on up. Exhale, sweep back. Inhale, sweep up. One more. Draw back. Really reach those fingertips to the back of the room. Oh my goodness, it's snowing. It's May 13th, oh my gosh. Inhale, draw those arms up. Exhale, lean forward, frame the foot. Press that left hand into the mat right underneath your shoulder. Inhale, sweep the right arm up to the sky. Really reaching strongly towards the ceiling. Reaching those arms wide. Exhale, frame that foot. And begin to straighten that front leg and bow over the knee. So your head releases down towards the ground. Inhale, come back into that lunge. Exhale, straighten the leg and bow down. And keep that going a couple times. Really drawing up through the chest as you lean forward into that lunge. And coming back into the lunge, lower your back heel. Check for heel to arch alignment as we begin to rotate on up into your warrior two. So sinking through that right knee, drawing up through your midsection, and pressing through the outer edge of your left foot. Reaching those arms strongly from side to side. Inhale, flip the front palm. Exhale, straighten the front leg and come on into a modified peaceful warrior. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, modified peaceful. And we'll do that twice more. And one more. And coming back into your warrior two. Walk that back foot in just a little bit. We're going to go on into Konasana, triangle pose. Drawing up through your midsection, roll your shoulders back. Inhale, exhale. Begin to hinge forward from the hips. And exhale, bring that right hand to either the ankle, a block, or maybe reaching down to the ground. So what you really want to check in here with is making sure that you're rolling the rib cage up and open up to the sky, basically rotating here. If you're reaching really far down, and this could just depend on how long your torso is, just be something very basic. So you really just want to make sure that you're really opening up through that chest, finding what works for you here. Maybe looking up at the ceiling or down towards the mat. Inhale, back to your warrior two. Exhale, windmill arms down. Step back to your plank or down dog. I'll give you the option for a vinyasa or hang out in down dog. Whatever works for you. You're finding your peace and tranquility today. Walking out that dog once again. And we'll go right on into the other side. So stepping that left foot forward, setting yourself up for your crescent pose. So your knee is right over the ankle, feet are hip distance apart. Inhale, sweep those arms up to the sky, drawing up through your midsection. Press that back heel to the back of the room, and then begin to sink a little bit lower into the posture. Inhale, lengthen long. Exhale, hinge forward and draw those hands back. Inhale, sweep up. And exhale. Press those fingertips back. Inhale, sweep up. And exhale back. Hold this for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, frame that foot, drawing that right hand firmly into the mat. And inhale, sweep your left arm up to the sky, finding your twist, rotating through your rib cage, lifting strongly to the sky. And framing that foot, come into that lunge, straightening, bowing option. So inhale, press through your fingertips, maybe lift your chest up a little bit more. Exhale, straighten that front leg and bow over the knee. Inhale to lunge, lengthen your spine. And exhale to bow. And keep that going a couple more times. Inhaling back to that lunge and begin to lower your back heel to the ground. So you're preparing for warrior two. So your back heel lowers down to the ground and you're checking for heel to arch alignment, or if you need a little more stability, heel to heel alignment. That kind of widens your base just a little bit more. Inhale, sweep the arm up and coming into your warrior two. Just flip around so you can see me. Drawing up through your midsection, navel to spine. Roll those shoulders back and away from the ears. That left knee is right over the ankle. And just take a look back at your back arm. Just make sure it's not drifting. Sometimes it has a tendency to do this. Looking over the front fingertips. Inhale, flip the front palm. Exhale, modified peaceful warrior, straightening that front leg. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, modified, peaceful warrior. One more. Making your way back to warrior two. Walk that back foot in just a titch, like 1 foot. Straighten that front leg. Draw up through your spine, through your midsection. And exhale, hinge forward over the leg, finding Konasana, triangle pose. Once again, make sure that you're doing what's right for your body here. So maybe that hand is on the ankle, perhaps it's on a block, or maybe fingertips are on the ground. Rotating that heart, that chest, open towards the side. And see if you can lengthen that breath just a little bit longer. Tapping into your inner peace and tranquility. So we fired things up a little bit here. And we're going to get into some stretchy goodness now. Maybe start to slow things down. On your inhale, start to bend that front knee. Come on into warrior two. And straighten that leg. Let's actually step to the top of the mat. Really simply. Turn yourself around and step it forward. Alrighty then. So we're going to come down to the ground. Inhale. Come on up onto your tippy toes. Exhale. Begin to bend those knees. See if you can balance, pressing those legs together. And then slowly make your way down to your bottom. If you have your strap handy, this is a really great time to have it. Place it at your side. Reaching those legs forward, pressing or flexing your feet so your toes are coming towards you. Reach that strap up above the head if you're using it. Inhale, exhale, hinge forward, finding your forward fold. And here we want to make sure you're lengthening your spine and then bending the elbows to bring yourself a little more forward. Inhale, lengthen that spine just a little bit longer. Exhale, fold just a little more. On your next inhale, roll on up. If you have the strap, you can just keep it wrapped around the right foot. And we're going to come right down to our back. So reaching that foot up to the sky. You can have that left knee bent or extend the foot. So you're flexing those feet. Begin to pull the strap and bring that knee a little closer to you. If you're holding onto the leg, you might be holding on either to your hamstring or your calf, or maybe even the ankle. Just make sure that your back and your shoulders are on the ground. And taking the strap into your left hand, you can extend the right arm out to the side, maybe cactus arm, so bending at the elbow. If you have the space, maybe extending the arm long. So inhale, pull that strap or the leg in. And on the exhale, begin to cross over the midline, maybe just like a foot, might not be very long, very much. Just to the point where you feel it on the outside edge of that leg. Keep pulling on the strap, nice and gently. Inhale, come on back through center. On the exhale, take that strap into your right hand. And then if you have the space, I have to move over a little bit. So there's a wall right there. On the exhale, let that leg fall over to the side. My foot is propped right on the wall. So I'm kind of cheating. Keep pulling on that strap. So you really want to think about pulling on the strap or the ankle and bringing that foot or those toes as if you could bring them up to your ear, right? Inhale, come on back through center. Bend that knee into your chest. Give it a little hug. And we're going to go into a little side twist. So you can drop the strap if you have it. And maybe shift your hips over to the right, drawing that knee into your belly. And then begin to pull that knee across over to the other side. And maybe reaching your right arm out to the side as well. Maybe gazing over your left or right shoulder. And see if you can extend your exhales a little bit longer than your inhales. Expanding through your rib cage. And inhale, begin to come on back through center, guiding that knee back up. Maybe give those legs a little shake. And we'll go right on into the other side. So if you're using the strap, wrap it around that left foot. Extend it up to the ceiling. Flexing your feet, which means you're drawing your toes back towards you. Begin to gently guide that leg back towards your face. See if you can extend through the heel just a little bit longer. Yeah, taking the strap into your right hand, maybe drawing your left arm out to the side, maybe cactus arm. Gently pull on the strap and then let the leg begin to drop over to the right. So you're feeling this extension maybe behind the knee and through the hamstring area. And the side of, or the left side of your left leg. And keep breathing. One side can feel completely different from the other, which is totally normal. We're not built equally on each side. And sometimes we tend to hold tension in one side more than the other. And inhale, come on back through center. Switch hands. So coming into the left hand, extend your right arm out to the side. Inhale, pull that strap in. Exhale, let the leg drop over to the left. Maybe pull that strap in just a little bit more, as though your toes could reach up to your ears. Inhale, come on back through center. And you can drop that strap off to the side. Draw that knee into your chest. Maybe shift your hips over to the left just a little bit. And on your exhale, drop that knee over to the right. Coming into a little twist. Maybe looking over your left shoulder, if that feels comfortable for you. Tapping back into your breath and reminding yourself of our affirmation. I am serene. I am at peace. Inhaling, coming on back through center, hugging both knees into your chest. Come on into happy baby. So widening those legs and holding either onto your ankles or maybe onto the bottoms of your feet. You can hold onto the outside edge or inside edge. Doesn't matter either way. Maybe give yourself a little sway here, a little bit of movement. And hugging those knees back into the chest. Begin to roll back and forward along the spine. Checking at the time. And then roll over the knees. Finding downward facing dog. Oops. Might take a couple moves there. Get right on into your down dog. Pedal out those feet. Inhale, lift the right leg up to the sky. Exhale, bend the knee, open up through the hips. Pressing equally into both hands. Make sure that you can see your toes here. Option to flip your downward dog, finding rock star or wild thing, whatever floats your boat. And on the exhale, press that hand right back to the mat. Coming into your 3-limb down dog, reaching that right foot up to the sky. Exhale, coming on into Pigeon Pose. So bringing that right shin forward and settling in here. Take a look back at your back foot. Make sure that the shoelace side is flat on the mat and the foot's not going from one side to the other like a banana. Walk those fingertips just off to the sides. Inhale, press through your fingertips, lift through your chest. And exhale, begin to slowly fold forward. We'll do this twice more. Inhale, press through your fingertips, lifting up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, press through the fingertips, lift up. Exhale, fold, and this time stay down if you like. Option to place your forehead either on a block, perhaps on your palms, or the backs of your hands. Or maybe you'd like to reach your arms out nice and long ahead of you. Sometimes coming onto the fingertips there feels really nice on the back. And an option, if you like, to try on King Pigeon. So coming back up onto your fingertips, bending the back leg, finding the foot, maybe with your hand, or maybe finding the crook of your elbow. And then experiment with picking up your right hand. And then see about lifting that hand right off the ground, maybe finding chin mudra. And when you're ready, slowly release that foot if you're there. Tapping into those deep breaths, really allowing yourself to soften through these big muscle groups. And when you're ready, if you're down on the ground with your forehead down, just walk your hands underneath your shoulders. And we're going to tuck the back toes. And we're going to bring that right leg out to the side the other way. So you're lifting up, bringing that foot out like a little frog, laying your hips down on the ground, And coming down either onto your forearms or maybe all the way down onto the ground, placing your cheek or forehead down on the mat. One more deep breath here, expanding through your back. And exhaling it all out, maybe exhaling through your mouth. And when you're ready, press through the hands underneath the shoulders, lift on up, tuck your back toe, make your way to downward dog. Pedal out your legs, wiggle your hips a little bit here. And going on into the other side. So inhale, lift your left leg to the sky. Exhale, bend the knee, open up the hips, which means you're kind of stacking your left hip on top of the right. Check underneath your right armpit and wiggle your toes. Say hello. Pressing firmly in equally into both hands. Option here to drop it back. I don't have a lot of space back here, but into your Wild Thing or Rockstar. And if you're there, really think about pressing those hips up to the sky and reaching long, lengthen through that left arm. Inhale, place that hand back on the ground. Make your way back to your 3-limb down dog. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze that knee to nose and place the shin on the ground. Coming into pigeon on the other side. Of course, knowing that you can prop underneath that left hip if you feel like you can't totally release into the posture. Take a look back at the back foot. Make sure the shoelace side of your foot is on the ground. Walk those fingertips just off the mat. Inhale, press through your fingertips, drawing up through the chest, lifting your chin just a little bit. Exhale, fold forward. Do that twice more. Inhaling to draw up long through your spine. And exhaling to fold. One more. Inhale, lift it up. And exhale, fold. Maybe you're stacking your hands, placing your forehead there, maybe on a block, or reaching those arms out, tenting the fingertips to open up a little through the chest. You can always, of course, be up on the hands, sitting pretty right here. Option to come on into King Pigeon. So bending your back leg, finding the foot, or finding the crook of your elbow. Drawing that foot strongly in. And then maybe play with lifting those left fingertips off the ground. Maybe reaching that hand forward, finding Chin Mudra. And staying nice and strong, drawing up through your navel, lifting long, looking ahead. And whenever you're ready, you can slowly release the leg. Take a couple of more deep breaths in your Pigeon Pose. Imagining your breath softening the areas of tension. And bringing back to mind the affirmation, I am serene, I am at peace. When you're ready, bring those hands underneath your shoulders. Begin to tuck your back toe, and we're going into our little froggy position. So you're bringing that left knee out to the left side and laying your hips slowly back on the ground. Maybe staying up on your forearms or coming right on down, bringing your chest down, maybe coming onto your forehead or your cheek. And take some deep inhales through your nose and exhale through your mouth, nice and long. And placing your hands underneath your shoulders. Inhale, start to come on up. Come on to your knees. Nice and slowly. And we're going to do some side bends coming into gate pose. Reaching your left foot out to the side. And make sure that those left toes are in line with your knee. Place your left hand on the hip. Inhale, lift your right arm up and over to the left. Really strongly pressing through those fingertips, nice and active. Inhale, lengthen. We'll do that twice more. Exhale, bend. One more. Inhale, lengthen long. And exhale. Holding that here. Inhale, come on up. We're going to go on into a little camel pose. So you have option to hold on to your forearms, rolling the shoulders back and lifting here from the heart. Option to bring those hands to your lower back, maybe bringing your fingertips pointed up or pointed down. Either way, you're drawing your shoulders back, drawing those elbows close together, lifting up through your midline, firming up through the hips and the thighs. As you inhale, lift, long, lengthen, and begin to slowly lift from the heart, tilting yourself back. And you may stay right there, or maybe you're going to bring those hands down to your heels. And if your toes are tucked under, it's a little easier to reach for your heels. Rolling those shoulders back, continually thinking about pressing your shoulder blades together. And if it feels comfortable for your head and your neck, you could tilt that chin up. And when you're ready, you can bring those hands to the hips. Come on up strong through your midsection and sit on your heels. Take a few deep breaths here. And we'll go into gate pose on the other side. So stretching your right foot out. Those toes in line with the knee. Bringing your right hand to the hip. Inhale, left arm sweeps up. And exhale, tilt over to the left. The right. I always mess up this mirroring thing. Some yoga teachers are just so talented with that. Inhale, lengthen long, sweeping up. And exhale, tilting over to the right. One more. Inhale, lift, lengthen. And exhale, over. Inhale, come on up. Place your hands and knees on the ground. Rolling over onto your bottom. And we'll come down for a count of 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, all the way down. Place your feet on the ground just beyond your bottom. So you just want to make sure that your outstretched arms can touch the heels. And those heels are hip distance apart. On your inhale, begin to scoop that tailbone under and lift your hips up to the sky, pressing firmly into the palms of your hands. Make sure there's a nice little space between your chin and chest, like you're holding onto a little apple here. And exhale, roll down. Inhale, scoop on up. Press those hips up. And exhale, slowly lower down. One more. Inhale, scoop up. This time, feel free to place a block underneath your sacrum. That's your lower back area. Or find your hands, clasp them underneath you, and roll those triceps underneath your body. And again, make sure you have a space between your chin and chest. And lift those hips just a little bit longer. Lift up. And when you're ready, if you have your hands or block there, release. And slowly come on down. Hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a little sway from side to side. And maybe draw your nose up to your knees into a tiny little ball. Inhale here. And on your exhale, give yourself the great biggest stretch of all. And reaching those hands behind you. Pointing the toes. Whoops. Pointing the toes. And long fingertips. And on the exhale, let it all go. So a couple of options for your resting pose today, your Shavasana. Maybe you want to stay right here. We'll have a 2-minute Shavasana. Feel free to also bring your legs up the wall. That's a really nice way to release any tension in your hips and legs. Really nice for energy. And if you like, you can also come on up to seated, maybe sitting on a pillow, and do a little meditation right here. And I'll let you know when we're finished. And if you want to stay a little longer, you go right on ahead and the video will end. So tapping into your breath. Inhaling through your nose. Exhaling through your mouth. Allow your body to settle into the mat, feeling supported and grounded. Knowing that you are cultivating serenity and peace. One more minute. Allow yourself to soften even more. Relaxing through the eye sockets, the jaw, and the space between your eyebrows. Let your hands grow soft. And feel yourself floating. And if you're ready to come on out of your practice today, if you're lying down, slowly wiggle fingers and toes. Draw yourself up to seated. Bringing your hands to heart center. Tell yourself, I am serene. I am peaceful. And may this practice bring you into a more peaceful evening and a lovely sleep tonight. Namaste. Thank you for joining me. Have a wonderful evening.